Fight Net Radio, Lee Honish, Andrew Labouche, bringing you the wonderful world of boxing. I am joined, as always, by my co-host and friend and avid boxing fan, Andrew Labouche. How are you today, Andrew?
How's it going, Lee? Very good. Yes, sir.
I feel now that we're shooting video, I need to scroll like joining us via phone or Skype or something, like they do on the CNN reports where they don't actually say anything. They just scroll a photo of somebody on TV. Yeah, we're working on his video. For everybody wondering, we're working on Andrew's video. We were just having a high-level production meeting about that just a minute ago, and it involved PBC or PVC, one or the other. I'm pretty sure PBC was said instead of PVC was said, but I digress. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. We talk about boxing. The guy in the photo, his job is as a writer. My job is as the comedian, the asshole, the funny haha guy. We are here to talk about the wonderful world of boxing and try to make it a little more palatable for you. How are you today, Andrew?
Doing good. The young man from Stockton won again. So very happy. My son actually paid attention to that fight because of he's been to Stockton, of course. And then you know what he said about Schwartz?
Stockton.
You know what he said about Schwartz? About the guy Fury fighting? He looks like Thor. He goes, Dad, that guy looks like Thor. So he thinks Fury's fighting Thor next weekend.
Wow, that's an interesting take. I hadn't seen that coming. If you guys are wondering, we will talk about Tyson Fury later on in the week. We're not going to take up your whole broadcast this week with Tyson Fury talk because he was everywhere and doing crazy shit pretty much all week.
Oh, he stuck it to Joshua this week.
He's sticking it to everybody, and he can. I mean, he got named the #1 guy. He's in a position where he can do crazy shit, and why not?
Now they're saying a trilogy has been signed, right? Did you hear Bob saying that they signed a 3-fight deal, or 2 fights, which would make it a trilogy with Wilder? I mean, this is how much AJ messed up. That loss did this. You guys, that's it.
We will cover all of that. We'll do a midweek show and probably a betting show on Saturday, and I'm going to debate whether or not I pull the trigger. I don't want to discuss it on the air. I'm going to try to be professional, but I can safely say that my credentials were denied by a media company that constantly denies me when they don't actually have the permission to deny me for credentials. They're just supposed to pass my credentials on to, say, Top Rank in this case, who, as I recall, Andrew, did they not approve me for a fight in New York that everybody wanted to attend?
Yeah, they approve you for almost everything. So
they approve me for literally everything.
Yeah.
I bought coffee for Chris Algieri. I know where my bread is buttered.
Yeah, I bought coffee for Chris Algieri. You better not say that when you call.
Hey, remember me, the guy who buys coffee?
Yeah.
I'll send an email. I'm pretty sure that'll take care of everything. I want to sit in the friends and family section anyway, because that is literally the most fun I've ever had at a fight. Fuck hanging out with all those writers.
Okay, I will have to say, I do got to ask you, Lee, did you make the deadline?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I sent it in almost a month ago.
Okay.
On purpose.
Lee is notorious for not making deadlines, you guys. He used to just send it in when he wanted to.
Sorry, we're full email.
Yeah.
The same one
and then say he needs 4 or 5 credentials, not even just ask for 1. So that's good if you want.
Yeah, no, just me. I'm cool. I didn't do anything crazy. So I talked about this yesterday in the chat room. Joining us on the phone, this is not a visual thing, so if you're watching the video, sorry, this is not a visual moment. This is an audio moment for our faithful podcasting audience, Andrew. Last night, I promised that if Steve Rolls lost the fight, I would get my friend. You know this, right? I'm hooked into the music industry. I called my friend Eddie Vedder to sing a dedication song to Steve Rolls. Do you already see where this is going? So joining us by phone to do his dedication to Steve Rolls, Andrew, is none other than legendary Eddie Vedder.
Hello, Andrew. How are you today?
Very good.
Are you a fan?
Of course.
Really? Name a song. You don't know any of my songs, do you?
Are you going to sing the damn song?
A little disappointed by you, man. Bet you need some of my songs. All right, this goes out to that Steve Rolls dude as a favor to Lee, who saved me from a burning car. I don't know why I'm actually doing this, but we'll see how it goes. He wrote the fucking words. Waiting, watching the clock. It's almost gonna stop. I'm telling him, please stop beating me in the face. Please tell him, take no practices. Got beat up real bad in the face. He pretends to play dead. He lies in a coma, he's probably dead. Can't find the Butterman. He dreams in red, that's all he sees. Can't find the Butterman. Can't find the Butterman. Can't find the Butterman. Do I have to keep fucking doing this shit, Lee?
He definitely didn't slip a punch. Those are good lyrics.
Was there you go. That's for the FNR regular.
Oh my god.
How was that?
You're fucking. It's awesome, Lee.
You realize I'm going to clip that off, and that's a video that's going to run, right?
Was not buttered.
Did it sell?
Buttered last night.
The Butterman. We are never going to hear from the Butterman ever again, Andrew.
Yeah.
So, just as an overview, let's have a talk about Butterman.
We almost did, though, right? Can we say that? He almost made a name for himself.
Showed up. He almost showed up for literally one round. We're going to actually do the full highlights here in just a minute. We're never going to talk about Steve Butterman Rolls ever again on this show. And I thought that he needed something, Andrew. What were your impressions? Just give me your general impressions before we do all the highlight recap. What did you think of the Butterman?
He was in it until he wasn't, right? Is that a good way to say it? It was one shot, Lee, and it just puts him out. But he was landing punches. He was doing his thing. He was taking shots. Almost looked like he was gonna get into the later rounds. I was like, he's gonna go. I started saying, I think he knocks him out in round 4. Lee, I picked the first 5, so I'm like, he's gonna get out of 5, isn't he? He's gonna get out of fucking 5. No, thank God. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He almost made a name. I think. There's gonna be some promoter that's gonna use him against an up and comer, right? Even the PBC.
You think he's got enough of a name to get one more fight out of him?
Get one more fight out of someone that's gonna say, "Oh, we're seeing where he's at this level," which we know is total BS because the dude was knocked out in 4 rounds. But they'll get it out of him. So I don't think he totally disappeared. He landed punches, which is, sometimes these veteran legends, which Triple G is now, Gennady is now. He's 37 years old. They know how to take a punch. They know what they can do in the ring. They're being lazy. They're being robotic. Maybe that's what Gennady was doing last night. He felt the power of Rolls, knew it wasn't going to touch him. So you eat a little to land some heavier shots. And that's what he ultimately did on him. Landed at will. But Lee, wasn't it still the same Gennady Golovkin, straightforward, throwing, punches, no boxing, no head movement, no movement around the ring? I don't know what they expect to be different in the third fight, but his power's there, and we already knew he had that. Canelo could take his power, though. Go ahead.
No, I'm with you. We'll cover it all in detail. Let's start off with ESPN, which... Can I say that the internet broadcast was a little bit weaker without Chris Algieri. And I'm not just saying that because I buy the dude coffee. So they had Christina Porshner, who I like. Okay, here's a weird twist. So the ESPN broadcast ran with Christina Portia, whatever. She was great, and she was having fun. The problem I have is that when they did the aerial shots like this, and you could see her sitting at the side for the early fights, she was doing that twirling and playing with her hair thing that sexually repressed women do while she's looking at fighters. It's kind of a turnoff to me. I want to believe she's available, Andrew. I don't want to believe that she's staring at fighters and getting excited. That's just me. Just thought I'd share that. I did watch all of the ESPN undercards. I think the biggest thing that I saw on their undercards, am I right? Seals was on this card, right? The one that I yelled out to you, or was that on the PVC card? I mean, on the DAZN card. The Seals fight had the knockout of the night. The Seals fight was the knockout of the night. Dude hit him on the top of the head and fucking turned him into the ropes. I think it's on the DAZN card, and we'll cover that.
It's probably on the DAZN, because when I watched ESPN, they only had the 2 fights. They had, and they had Ward.
Well, that was on ESPN directly. I once again trying to pretend that I'm a real. There are days when I pretend that I'm a real broadcaster, Andrew, and as you know, for the last month, I've been trying to be a real broadcaster and watch every single fight on all of the televised cards on Saturday. And my conclusion is there's a lot of shit boxing to be had. The interesting thing on the ESPN card, they debuted a kid from Reno, Nevada in his first fight, who is a former Golden Gloves, former Olympic hopeful. He looks really interesting. I don't remember his name, so therefore that'll tell you how much I remembered about his shitty ass fight. He fought another guy who was making his debut. They both went at it. The dude got the win. No, they got a draw. The fight was a fucking draw. Both of these guys had a debut. Yeah, right. 4 round. Why do we do 4 rounds? Why wouldn't you do 5 or 3 or, make it so somebody has to lose?
Yeah.
What is this even round shit? I don't get it. Why does the draw have to come into play in boxing? With that said, Andrew, let's talk about your boy Ryan Garcia, who went 8 full rounds this time.
Gabriel Flores.
Yeah, whatever.
They all the same, right, Lee? They all look the same. Yeah. What a jerk.
Hey, tell your white guy not to fuck up like that anymore, okay? Got it? Putting it on you, bro.
Yes, Gabe Flores from Stockton, California, got a busload of people, went on up to Reno, which they pointed out. My favorite part is, it's only a 3-hour drive from Stockton. Okay, bro. Was that necessary? Like, you think he put the whole town in a bus and drove him up? Like, I get that he probably did, but that and the "In Memory of My Mother" t-shirt that he constantly wears to the ring. I'm not trying to be a douchebag about this, but I'm over it, Andrew. I'm over the "In Memory of Mama" t-shirt because his mom looks now younger than he does, which is just fucking creepy to me. Okay? This is why I don't get invited to fights, right?
You're such a dick. No, hey, listen, at some point they are going to have to let it go because it has been with them his whole career, and we're on fight number 14 now. So if you've been watching Gabe Flores closely with Top Rank, you might have heard about this story, I don't know, a dozen times. Over a dozen. So it's it's something that I don't know how you're supposed to put it, Lee. How do you let it go, right? It's kind of dumb for me saying too, but
you can't let it go because it's his mom, and I get it, and right. And
didn't De La Hoya at a certain point?
No, De La Hoya has always got a chip on his shoulder and a spoon up his ass.
You don't think at a certain point they gave up that story?
Hey, why is he still talking about the fucking spoon, bro?
Because you did it.
Well, I do believe they did let go of that.
Gabe? What did you think of Gabe?
All right. He looked good again, but at 19 years old, already having 14 wins. I don't know how long they're going to keep him on this path. You got to slow it down, right? The kid's nowhere near his prime. He doesn't look like he's not excellent in anything, in my opinion. I don't look at him and see Oscar De La Hoya at 20 years old. If that was the case, he would have won gold medal in the Olympics, or he would be fighting for us in the Olympics. They would have kept him on that path, which honestly, I think they should have. At 19, I just think he's a little too young for the sport. And what's going to happen, Lee, is he's going to keep fighting these same level of guys, these tomato cans, these B guys, and that same combo, the same head movement, all of that works against these guys. And you start becoming this one-dimensional fighter before you even get a world title. He's 19. How long are they going to take it before he starts fighting the top contenders?
Okay, so let's have this as an open discussion. So Bob's got this group of kind of guys he's bringing up, right? I would put Teofimo in that batch. He's got Gabe. Who am I missing? I mean, Teofimo's the one he's pushing to the moon. He's clearly pushing. You're making the kid fight 35 days after his previous fight. You're pushing him. You're putting a rocket on his back, right? Valdez is his as well. He's got Oscar Valdez, right?
Yes. Valdez, Shakur Stevenson.
This is his new group of guys that he's literally pushing to the moon. Of that group, does Gabe Flores fit in with a Teofimo, with an Oscar Valdez? Is he in that same caliber?
No, not yet. He's only 19, Lee. That's what I mean. Remember, they pulled him out of the amateurs. They didn't pull him out of the Olympics. He didn't medal.
Andrew.
Yes, sir.
Why are you shitting on the kid?
I am just trying to be real, Bob. I just don't want Gabe Flores to turn into a one-dimensional fighter before he even becomes a star. And at 19 years old, what he has shown, I don't know if you can rush him. Do you understand that angle of it?
Well, to be perfectly honest, he's more than a one-dimensional fighter. I think you're being a very one-sided reporter on the topic, Andrew. I mean, seriously, I mean, he came back on 35 days of rest, went 8 full rounds, won a decisive decision last night.
Against the guy he was supposed to, correct? That guy was there to lose.
Andrew, that was a
what was his record? 12-3. Yeah, 3 losses.
He was a gatekeeper. Did you hear the announcers? That's a gatekeeper.
I
wrote that line, gatekeeper. Use that a lot in boxing. The word gatekeeper. He's the gatekeeper to being at the bottom of the card. Sorry. Gabe Flores, he's got the mom angle. He's got the Stockton angle. Hell, Andrew, I could keep fighting him in Fresno indefinitely and keep making money.
I understand that, but that's what I mean. It might be the problem with them coming out too young. Probably would have chased. I probably should have went after Olympics one more time.
And in your main event of the evening, Andrew, Oscar Valdez takes on Sanchez. I love this hot copy I found on YouTube. By the way, this is not mine. I found this on YouTube. Just typed it in. I'm sure it'll probably get taken down as a video, and I'll just keep putting it in as clips. Some dude is shooting a picture of his screen. Fucking balls of steel, bro. Balls of steel. But it gives me the clips. Oscar Valdez makes his return to the ring and basically destroys Sanchez in 12 in what I can only describe, Andrew, as a lopsided affair. There were a couple of rounds where I thought Sanchez was interesting, but by and large, it looked to me like an Oscar Valdez showcase fight.
Listen, yes and no. The kid was in the fight. I guess you're right, Lee. He was dominated, but he was in it. That left hook was real on Sanchez last night. It started breaking up the face of Valdez, which I haven't been too impressed with lately. The way he receives punches, the way his body reacts to them. We've seen the broken jaw, so we already know that that's been broken once. And then last night, this guy who's ranked 13th in his belt ranking, not in the world, but under the WBO, he wasn't even top 10. is breaking up your face with the left hook. Yes, he dominated. I thought he was supposed to knock him out. Look, this talk about him moving up.
He was a gatekeeper, and Valdez did his job.
He was actually not a gatekeeper. I won't agree with that. He was 14-0-7, and he was ranked 13th. You should have just kept them going.
You know how expensive it is to buy a WBO ranking these days, Andrew? Do you know?
No.
Clearly you don't.
No, I said no. I said no.
Andrew.
You know, they talked about him fighting Carl Frampton next or Miguel Berchelt. I would have him an underdog in both fights. Carl Frampton, he's from the UK. I understand that. But the guy brings it, right? He went 24 rounds with Leo Santa Cruz, who is probably at that time better than where Valdez is right now, because I'm telling you, Valdez takes way too many punches. They talked about it last night. He can't take these many shots as he goes up in with opposition, and you can see it. Lee, his face is breaking up against a guy who has 7 knockouts.
Yeah, I agree. I thought he took a lot of punishment. He's working a very busy schedule too, Andrew. He's clearly in that group of we're going to keep pushing him till they break. Here's what it seems to me with that Shakur, Teofimo, Valdez, Gabe group, right? This group of fighters Bob has. We're just going to keep making them fight as frequently as we can humanly get away with, right? And if somebody loses or falls off, so be it. We'll just plug in one of these new guys we're bringing up the food chain. But they're expediting people to put them in a position to be world champions or to defend as world champions. Because let's be honest, and I keep saying this, the only organization that is trying to put on fights on a weekly basis that are at least somewhat watchable, right, is Bob. Bob is the only one who stepped up to the plate and went, all right, I'm going to put on fights every weekend. Really, Bob? That's crazy. I mean, nobody tried to talk Bob out of it. I mean, he's got a big enough stable that he can pull it off. The PBC tried it, but even the PBC takes weeks off. I haven't seen Top Rank take a weekend off yet since the ESPN deal. Have you?
No, and they do a great job of finding guys with records. I think that's one of Top Rank's best qualities in matchmaking. But are we getting the fights that we want to see? Terrence Crawford hasn't been in a fight we wanted to see in how long, Lee? Jose Ramirez, Vasily Lomachenko. These guys are not getting the fights that we want to see. They do a great job of getting their replacements in there. Like last night, 14-0-7. You can't beat that on a casual. When a casual watches a fight, he sees a champion who's undefeated. He sees the contenders undefeated. You know what? Nothing else on. I might watch this. But for us that follow, we're not seeing the fights we want to see by anybody.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
So overall,
Canelo,
how would you rate?
Hey, how about Canelo? Hats off to Canelo, right?
Yeah. Why are we hats offing to Canelo?
Because he's the only one in the sport that's fighting the people we want to see. Danny Jacobs was the people everyone wanted to see. Triple G.
Hey. I think you're thinking the wrong person, eh?
Oh, I got to think, Oscar. Look at this guy. Ooh, you're so jealous. You're so jealous.
I'm not jealous. Bro. Check it out.
He's accepting them, Oscar. He's accepting them. He don't have to accept them.
You're damn right he does. I've been holed up in this hotel room for 6 weeks. Fucker's got to keep fighting to pay for this room.
Now, you're right. You're right. Oscar and Canelo, they're the ones holding it down right now. They're giving the fights their fans want to see. We need more of that. Hey, you know what? Deontay, Tyson Fury, if they really did sign a 2-fight deal, that's giving the fights the fans want to see. Right now, Lee, I was at a party last night. My nephew, Gregory, the wrestler, he's on his way to Buffalo, New York on Wednesday, go to the university, same university Khalil Mack was from. for wrestling. He got a wrestling scholarship. So we had a going away party. Guess what my family says? Number one fight they want to see in the heavyweights, Wilder versus Fury. So it has happened. They have took full momentum of that division. Ruiz Joshua is now an afterthought. Joshua Wilder, Joshua Fury. It's all gone. And
not yet. It's just delayed, Andrew.
It's delayed for a while though, Lee. If they really have a rematch going, that's going to carry on another year. They're not fighting until next year, bro. And then they're going to have a rematch after that. We're not seeing Joshua
until next year anyway.
I know, but they're saying they got 2 fights. So you're going to December of 2020? Is that when this is going to be over?
I'll believe the Deontay Tyson thing when I see it.
Well, Bob Arum announced it yesterday on ESPN. That's pretty big. Matter of fact, Lee, that's what I was waiting for.
Andrew, I get that I announced it yesterday on TV. I also drank a lot last night, too.
What a dick.
I remember the interview and remember saying that's what we'd like to do and that there was a contract. And, you know, with Deontay, he can have contracts for days. He just doesn't always sign them, Andrew. Fucking guy missed out on, what, $25 million fighting Anthony Joshua?
A lot more than that, but yeah. Yeah.
Dipshit could have been in complete control of the heavyweight division.
And his legacy. And his legacy.
And his whatever that is.
And Lee, I know.
Let's be perfectly honest. Let's say what Deontay Wilder's legacy is going to be. It's going to be right up there with John Ruiz as an interim WBC champion, basically.
But hear this one out. The 9th to 12th round of the Tyson Fury fight is one of the best comebacks in heavyweight history. This guy is losing 7-1, at least going 6-2 at best, going into the 9th round. Drops Tyson Fury in the 9th, drops Tyson Fury in the 12th. Great comeback. You follow that up. Let's take out Ruiz last Saturday and install Deontay Wilder. 4 knockdowns, Lee. 4 knockdowns, and Joshua quits on the corner. So you have him dropping Tyson Fury twice in 4 rounds, and then dropping Joshua 4 times in 4 rounds. His fans would be saying he is the new Mike Tyson in this era. They missed that boat. To this day, he would have been Mike Tyson. You better damn well
Bomb squad, bro. Bomb squad.
We need the actual yell, though. You need a button that says Bomb Squad.
I think they should have like the Office Depot button that you could buy. That I'll buy that whatever the deal button was. I think if I was going to remix it, I'd probably want the Bomb Squad.
If I was fighting Deontay Wilder, I would literally plant fans around him so he had to scream that all day, try to hurt his voice before the fight. Have you ever seen Deontay in a crowd? He literally screams it whenever someone says, Deontay, scream it. He does it. So plant people there, have him saying it 6-7 times while he's signing one damn glove. See what happens to his voice.
That takes us over to DAZN.
Lee want no part of it.
DAZN. The password is DAZN.
Be fast.
The home of Sergio Mora, Chris Mannix. Where do I keep going with this whole thing? This is the worst group of announcers that they could possibly get. While literally Jesse Vargas is on the Spanish broadcast, I think the highlight overall of the broadcast, I have a couple of them, Andrew, was the albino sitting behind the guardrail that freaked me out all night, who had the children of the corn stare. There was a woman, just fucking albino as fuck. Did I get that all in? Albino as fuck. Who's doing this dead-eye stare into the ring like she's mentally trying to kill people or something. I don't know what it was. That was bizarre.
Pacquiao's mom's going to bring her to Pacquiao Thurman. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. And then Jesse Vargas's girlfriend, Trejo. Isn't that her name, Trejo? The Silver Fox.
She's Storm. She's the Mexican Storm.
the Mexican Storm. Kudos, Andrew. Kudos. She's the Mexican X-Man Storm. Oh my God. Holy shit. I gotta go to shout out to Fight Posium. I gotta get him to make that cover. Her as Storm, the Mexican X-Men. Oh my God. With Andy Ruiz as Cyclops or something. No, he's gotta be who would I have him as? I would have him as
the Beast or Colossal.
The Beast or Colossus, right? But I think he'd want to be Wolverine or something. The Mexican X-Men. Oh my God. So fucking great, Andrew. There's countless comedy in that statement. She did the weirdest cut-in during the co-main event explaining bullfighting technique that for whatever reason Sergio Mora picked up on. And then he went on this fucking crazy ass rant about being a bullfighter and fighting bullfighter style. And I literally was staring at the screen dumb and white, which I am, as those of you watching the video. I was dumbfounded by this. Really? We're going to pitch this as a real thing, this bullfighting stuff. And Sergio's running with it. Like, he's not letting this shit go. Like, it's in his, because once you get it into his Tourette-like brain, he says it like 500 times to the point where Mannix and other people have to say, really? Bullfighter stuff? Like, they'll tell him he's saying it too much, but casually. The line of the day came out of Mannix. Hey, Sergio, I think you got hit in the head too hard. That actually got said.
Are you serious? Get out of
Fucking
here.
Shit you not. They actually made a joke about how hard did you get hit in your last fight. Fuck me. Way to go, Sergio Mora. You're my announcer of the week. And I'll keep saying it. Jesse Vargas for president. DAZN. At the bottom of the card, we had Nikita Abababababababi taking on Juan Francisco Lopez Barajas. Didn't watch it, didn't care. Fast forwarded right through it. Happy for both of the guys. And really, he knocked him out in one round. Do you want to see the knockout, Andrew? It's pretty ridiculous. It's pretty fast. Here it comes. Watch this shit. Coming up. And let me tell you why this is fucked up. There it is. Let me tell you why this is fucked up. Did you want to see it one more time?
No, because it's really choppy on my end.
Choppy? Yeah. I know I have to, or it's going to be declared a video and I'll lose my shit, right?
So what does he throw here? Can you tell me what he throws on this?
He's going to throw a left.
It's a left hook?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Right, I see it right there. I see a left hook.
And this is more of a dive at this moment.
Where kind of look. Yes, it did.
Oh, I'm all fucked up. Help me. Help. Oh, do your Oscar.
Oh, going back down.
Pound the mat, bro. Pound the mat.
That's
Pound
a good
the mat.
One. There you go.
Oh.
Oh, that's pathetic. They gave him 10 grand cash. They gave him 10 grand cash before he walked in.
You got to build your white guys, bro. I've said it a million times. Got to build the white guys. White guys put butts in seats. All right.
Look at the hairstyle. He's going to be modeling surfboards in a while.
Right out of the gate, Andrew. What's his name? White Pride? What's his nickname? I shit you not. It's like White Chris. White Cock.
White crystal meth.
White chocolate.
Some white dude asked me if I knew where crystal meth was yesterday, Lee. I was coming out of the liquor store. He's like, you know where to buy some meth?
His name is White Chocolate, bro. White fucking chocolate.
Why not?
And your winner, White Chocolate.
Oh my gosh.
Andrew, I don't even know what to say about that. Would you like to comment about White Chocolate, Andrew?
No, sir.
White Chocolate.
Do I look like a crystal meth dealer?
For those of you who have never watched a DAZN card,
Lee, go back to that photo. Do I look like I sell crystal meth?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Why was I approached in the parking lot? I said no, sir, too. No, sir, I don't.
Drug dealer AF. Drug dealer AF. Or you're high. I mean, either one. Which, based on that photo, you could have been on an edible. Wasn't I at this one with you? I feel like I was there.
That's not crystal meth, bro.
This is when you were still allowed out of the house in 2012. The good old days. So here's the fucked up part. For any of you who watch a complete DAZN card like me, and there aren't many of you, I get that. I'm the only glutton for punishment who has to listen to the Mexican Storm. Fucking great, Andrew. Fucking great. What does a one-round knockout mean in the wonderful world of DAZN? Do you know?
No. What does it mean?
That means that Todd Grisham and Sergio Mora now have to fill 3 rounds talking about random shit.
Right. My bad. You're right, Lee.
Hey, Todd, let's talk about that fight again.
Let's rewatch it.
But it was only 1 round. Wasn't white chocolate great? I guess, bro, but like he took a dive and we're going to talk about it like it was a real punch. Let's go interview him and see what he says. Like on and on. Then they do the cutaway to a commercial because they're streaming it on social media to get people to buy DAZN. Then they come back and then it's the 2 of them standing there like fucking idiots staring into the camera going, are we back? Are we? I'll do exactly what they do. Wait, give me a microphone. Let me have a fake microphone. Ready, Andrew? Here's my impression. Oh, we're back? Okay. Professionals, bro. They're professionals. Did I do it correctly? That's every DAZN card ever. Or my favorite, where Todd Grisham, who is apparently a lot smarter than Sergio Mora, and that's not saying much, does this, where Sergio Mora is talking about whatever Toretti word it is. Like in this case, white chocolate was in the fight, so white chocolate was everywhere. And the white guy, well, you can't always the white guy. And so you watch Todd Grisham, and Todd is staring at the screen with the mic up, trying to get it until Sergio finally says something too crazy, and then he does this. Yeah. There you go. That's my impression of every DAZN card once somebody like white chocolate scores a blistering round. That takes care of the old white chocolate, Andrew. We'll never be talking about his ass ever again. In the next fight, we have Charles Cromwell taking on Courtney Pennington. Didn't watch this fight at all, and I had to wait a half hour before this fight actually went on. And guess what? In contrast to the other fight, this one went 10 full rounds, and basically it was 2 guys beating on each other. Again, 2 guys we're never going to hear from again. I think Cromwell got the decision, as I recall, I think. But this went on ponderously too long. And again, in the wonderful world of DAZN, when you ready for this one? Let me do a little more Sergio Mora for you. So when I was studying for this fight, and watching this dude and studying, I was studying and saying that this guy's got a right hand. So he's got to slip the right hand and get inside. So when I studied and watched the tape, Andrew, I was seeing that he's got this potential for slipping inside and throwing the right. So I studied. Fuck Tourette's. Fire Sergio Mora, please. Anybody at DAZN listening to this? Fire. Just go watch the tape. It's like they're not even watching the tapes.
They're not. They're watching subscriptions. They're not watching these sporting events. You're absolutely right on that, Lee.
Jesse Vargas die on the vine on the Spanish broadcast. I wish my understanding of Spanish was better, Andrew, so that I could watch just Jesse Vargas. Because he just takes over. I've listened to the Spanish broadcast. He takes over. All right. This was okay. I was okay with this fight. The Norberto fight was at least watchable on some level, while this other dude got beat up pretty tremendously. I mean, I enjoyed this. They were interesting guys. They were showcasing Masvidal Vidal or whatever the hell this guy was, right? They were
Triple G's friend.
No, that's the next fight, right? Where the dude literally, there are 3 Triple G friends. This one is a Triple G winner, Andrew. Hold on, if it'll let me reload the page. Have I finally eaten up all my bandwidth? Running video, running GoToWebinar, and running more video. I'm surprised it took this long for there to be a complete meltdown of me trying to watch video.
Start closing those windows.
Bro, we got to go through all those stories still. All right, let me get back to where we were. Come on. Or do you want to watch White Chocolate again? Just saying.
No.
White chocolate. Gotta love me some white chocolate. All right. Who cares? This one ended with a knockout in the 4th, I want to say. Like, didn't it? It ends here somewhere. There's a knockout coming up. So this is the Triple G friend that wins, beating up the Mexican dude. There was a lot of weird Triple G friends beating up on Mexican guys.
Triple G hates Mexicans now.
Yeah, right. He's like, well, if I can't be Mexican style, right? This guy gets. Yeah, this is where he gets him.
What happened?
Right.
What happened, Lee?
Yeah.
What happened, Lee? Was Triple G fought a Mexican. He fought a Mexican. That's what happened. And the Mexican sided with the Mexican. And now Triple G is not Mexican.
He's
style.
angry. He's just angry.
Yeah,
Literally,
exactly.
This card is full of MTK style fighters beating up on Mexicans. The only one that didn't happen is in the next fight. This is the another friend. This was an interesting fight to me. Okay, this is the guy who looks like the dude from the UFC, wore the puffy hat out. Now, This is a friend of Triple G's again, but this time he gets beat up by Sabalo, right? Like, literally beats this dude up for 8 straight rounds. I don't know what this fight was about. I think this was a showcase of a Lou DiBella fighter or somebody who was another promoter in this position.
Magdadov was undefeated.
Yeah, well, he sucks balls, Andrew. I watched this fight.
He looks like it. I mean, talk about
a face
first.
He was a straight up punching bag.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah. He's coming straight forward. There's nothing there. Like, he's eating everything.
I mean, it was an entertaining AF fight, right? It was fun to watch. I was more obsessed. By the way, I'm going to freeze on the crazy. Where is she? They're going to put it on her in a minute, and I'm going to show you this crazy albino because she's on the camera side. It freaks me out. What did you think of this fight, Andrew?
Didn't watch it.
You still hadn't turned it on yet. You're just waiting for Triple G.
I remember I was at a party.
See right there to the left of the belt, Andrew? See to the left of the belt right there? See that hair?
Yes.
Okay, that's the one we're talking about, just so you can keep an eye out for her. She's on the camera side. By the way, the front row is full of hot women, except for the albino. And the albino's not bad looking either. This is a very bizarre group. There she is. There's that albino again. I mean, there's nothing else to watch. I mean, if you're watching this as a fighting standpoint, it's a showcase for Zabalo in this fight. What I didn't understand is what is his luck of the Irish Mexican thing that he's pushing here? Like, he's got, like, his logo has got 2 Irish leaf things.
Probably mixed.
Bro, why are we mixing races again? We've been talking about this.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the Irish need help. I get that, but we were talking about mixes before we started too. I guess he's half Irish, half Mexican.
Why do you say you guess? See, you can't tell that he's half something. And come on, Lee.
I don't see color, Andrew. You're the racist on this.
Oh shit!
Oh, Lee went there today.
Wow. All right.
All the racist shit I say is written by Andrew. There she is. There she is. There she is. Right there, Andrew. There's that crazy Children of the Corn bitch. Look at her. Look at her.
Her roots look kind of dark.
Yeah, well, whatever. How bizarre. That's how she looked the entire fight. She's just staring. staring.
Red rum. Red rum.
Red rum. Red rum. By the way, these two chicks were rather hot. Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, this was an 8-round decision for Sabalo, who then tossed out T-shirts after the fight to people that were in attendance. So if you were lucky enough to get one, yay. I don't think you're ever going to see him again, but what do I know? I mean, he's a Loeffler product. I don't know if he was a Loeffler or Develop product.
Oh, look, the other kid's crying. Look like he was crying.
Yeah, no, they were very emotional after the fight. They hugged. He knew he lost. You know, they were actually pretty cool after the fight. He got his ass beat, dude, for 8 straight rounds. It was kind of dumb, actually. There's not much there. I don't even know what to say. I'm more interested in Triple G's friend here. He was the more interesting fighter, right? But I get that Sabalo's got branding and he's got the whatever he's got going on. I just don't think you're going to see him again. I just don't. I think we're looking at a bunch of guys on a DAZN card that was killing time. And this is the co-main event. Ali Akhmedov taking on Marcus McDaniel, Andrew. Ali Akhmedov beat the holy shit out of Marcus McDaniel. So the interesting tidbits about this fight, Andrew, which I learned during the fight, thanks to Sergio Mora, as always. Marcus McDaniels took 5 years off of boxing and had recently returned to boxing. I'm guessing working at McDonald's was not paying the bills, so he had to go back to boxing. And I'm not saying that to be shitty. I don't know what skill set a professional boxer has beyond being a professional boxer. I don't know why you take 3 or 4 years off ever, right? Like you went to go try another job of like trying to sell cars, working in fast food. And guess what? Being on the undercard and fighting Ali Akhmedov, right? If they hit, my favorite part, Andrew, again, another one of those weird things, was Todd Grisham and Chris Mannix doing Akhmedov. Like they kept spitting in Akhmedov, and McDaniels is coming up next. Sergio Mora pronounced everybody's name differently all night. Go watch the tape. I'm not making this shit up. He pronounced every single European name differently every time he said it. While I was studying the tape, bro, I was learning a different way to say his name.
I think a lot of the American commentators are guilty of that sometimes, Lee. Even HBO used to blow it with some of their pronunciations of last names. So can't
Ali Akhmedov throws a punch to the back of the head that knocks this dude pretty out, Andrew. Pretty out, I must say. It's pretty spectacular. It's coming up here shortly. We're about to see it. So this dude keeps leaning over, reaching in, holding, and he's bitching about getting hit on the back of the head. Sergio Mora is doing well, if you lean over, it doesn't matter. You're allowed to get punched until this dude gets hit on the back of the head right here. Boom, like that.
Wow.
And gets knocked out.
Oh,
and then Sergio goes,
that's
okay, that's illegal.
Yeah, that's a DQ. You can't do that.
Guess what? It's a KO in the wonderful world of this fight.
Yeah, that was wrong.
He is out. He is not good. He is not good. This fight is over. Why? Because he got hit on the back of the head with a straight down punch.
I'm gonna say he got hit like 3 times. Lee, when you first showed the highlight, I seen a punch behind the head that I thought you were talking about. This is brutal. You can't do. They don't even allow this in the UFC.
Sergio Mora. Sergio, up until that point, was doing I'm so obsessed with Sergio Mora. Sergio was doing his, hey, if you bend over, that's what you get. Until this punch right there.
2, 3.
That's a pretty straight DQ. That's a pretty straight DQ.
They should protest that one. I don't know who he's
Triple G's buddy. Shut up.
Yeah.
Not only is he Triple G's buddy, he got Triple G's cut man. He got Tom Loeffler in the background.
Yeah.
The girls are already sizing up against themselves.
They should make the WBC look at that.
One in the middle wants a piece of that. Clearly, the ring card girl in the middle wants a piece of that one. And our main event of the evening, the 45-year-old Gennady Golovkin takes on the 75-year-old Steve Butterrolls in the main event of the evening. What are we in, round 2, where Steve Rolls is demonstrating that he might actually be in the fight? By the way, this is my favorite New York referee. This is the dude with the big eyes, right?
Steve Willis.
New Jersey, Steve Willis has got the big eyes, and the dude in New Jersey is the midget with the swagger. He's my favorite in New Jersey. Steve Rolls is my favorite. It's awesome, right? Where he just kind of swings it around in the ring. Yeah, I like that guy.
He might have big dick. You don't know.
You don't know. He's very short too. But Steve Rolls demonstrates in round number 2 that he's in this fight. And here's a slow-mo of a big punch coming right here. Booyah! Guess what? Gennady Golovkin's still not getting stopped or slowed down. Like, Gennady Golovkin must be the single toughest dude in boxing. He has been hit by everybody square, and he's taken it every time. Dude
He's
never
like,
takes
ooh,
a
that's
knee.
big drama show. That's big.
Right? But Canelo hit him like that too. How tough is this guy? 37, he's still taking head trauma like that. So tell me what you think, Andrew.
Well, Steve Rolls had offense. He had good hand speed. I thought he was in the fight, making a name for himself last night. Like you said, seeing some of those shots that made Triple G's head snap back. He was making a name until, what is it, round 4? This is when it all goes away. He wasn't supposed to win. 35 years old, never been picked up before. He wasn't supposed to win. And I don't know how to grade it. I opened up the show telling you guys that I don't know if Triple G was just playing around. Sometimes these veteran fighters, when they know they can take the punch, look, he's on kill mode right now. There's blood in the water. These are all power shots, all business here. Straight left hook, no jab, left hook, straight left hand, down he goes. That really wasn't even a hook, Conley.
That's correct.
He kind of went from the south. Replay that. Can you rewind that? He kind of goes from the southpaw,
Right.
hits him at a weird angle. That's a very good move by Triple G. I don't know if I don't know if that just happened naturally, if that's something Johnathon Banks is working on. You know, Canelo backed up a lot in their fight. And if you can get them to the corner where you know which direction they're going to go and throw this straight left from an awkward angle, if that's something they're working on, it worked. It worked great last night. That's a beautiful shot he landed on him. I don't know how far he went back. Oh, it's coming. Because we do know Canelo goes backwards with them. So is this a natural punch or is this a setup punch by Triple G?
It's hard to say. Does Triple G really have natural punches? Is he being
He's
really
got a new
restrained?
trainer. He's got a new trainer. That trainer's American.
I don't. The one thing I could say is that looked different in these first 4 rounds. He was a lot more patient. Ooh, good punch. It's a good punch.
He went, he almost went, how do you say it, Lee? He went southpaw on us, correct?
He went southpaw a little bit. He was fighting with 2 hands. I think the most interesting thing was the fact that he was being patient, right?
Yeah.
So what we've seen previously out of Triple G is he comes in there like a mad dog, and he's going to try to kill you for 3 rounds.
There's the top of the head.
If that doesn't work, he's going to sit back and wait out the fight and beat you just on going the distance.
Throws a right hand, another left hook.
He's head hunting at this point. There's the jab that sets it up, and there's the left.
Ooh.
So he just set it up with a jab, and it's a good left.
Oh, Canelo better watch out if they brought that to his arsenal. I'm dead serious. If he's going to be throwing a power right hand and then setting up with jab straight left that can knock your ass out too, watch out. I didn't see this yesterday, but it almost looks like they brought that to him. That might be something Johnathon Banks showed Triple G in this training.
It's a good fight. It's interesting work. I mean, I would like to see it against the top 10 level. Can he do it against Boo Boo? Can he do it against Boo Boo Andre?
Oh, come on, Boo Boo. You know, that should be the next fight. And you're right. You're good lead in, Lee. With De La Hoya's tweet, you want to bring up the tweet yesterday. De La Hoya
we'll actually
basically
segue right over to the De La Hoya tweet.
Yeah.
There you go. Let me turn this off and move right on over to Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya came out of the woodwork and said,
Hey, nice comeback win, bro. Nice fight, a real fighter, right? How about a real fighter? Win a belt, and I'll consider doing the third fight with Canelo, bitch.
He was thinking, bitch. I don't think he.
Come on, I know. Tell him what he said.
Really? You don't think Oscar was thinking that?
Nice comeback win. Now fight a real fighter, win a belt, and I'll consider doing the third fight. Hashtag Canelo is your boss.
Okay, here's my issue. He's going to take the blame
for the duck.
Why are they just they're obsessed with this, Andrew? Get a belt and we'll talk. Get a belt and we'll talk.
It's the duck.
Get a belt and we'll talk.
It's the duck. That's the duck. That's the excuse, Lee. He's going to take full blame for the duck Canelo is about to do on the third fight. Now, Canelo usually follows it up with the top 3 opponent, right?
Yes.
Canelo's, we're not, Canelo usually never goes after, opponent that people don't want to see. So I won't give them shit until I see who Canelo's fighting next. But clearly, Oscar De La Hoya does not want to see Triple G a third time. That was a great performance by Triple G last night. I really liked the setup on that left hand. Man, if he is turned into an ambidextrous, is that how you say it?
Ambidextrous. Hamster dexterous. Just say hamster dexterous.
If he is turned into
ambidextrous, ambidextrous. Now you got me doing it. Just say hamster dexterous.
All right. Funny. You guys know what I'm saying though. If Canelo, if Banks has brought that to Canelo, to Triple G at 37, Canelo fought 24 rounds. Now you got something new to deal with. It's a great third fight. Matter of fact, he's got to go after Boo. Now I think they're chasing Boo Boo. Boo Boo might be the hottest fighter in the division right now. Who's going to get him first?
Say it right. Boo Boo.
Who's going to get him first? Triple G or Canelo Alvarez? And let me tell you another reason why the duck by De La Hoya, this duck move, is not going to be hated on by DAZN. They need these two guys right now. They're hoping Triple G's viewerships in America did great last night. There's no way they want that third fight yet, with Anthony Joshua having a big-ass question mark over his career right now. Anthony Joshua comes back in 6 months, 4 months, and loses to Andy Ruiz again. He's basically done as a profitable fighter for DAZN. Turns into now just another heavyweight contender that will be fighting on their network. And Andy Ruiz might be the highest paid heavyweight champ in the world. I'm dead serious. Right now, they're saying DAZN has the rights for Andy Ruiz's next 3 fights. If he can pull out the victory in the rematch, look for a long-term deal to go Andy Ruiz's way, because he will. Andy Ruiz wins the rematch. He gets at least 3 more fights out of Fury and Wilder. He can lose 2 of them and still get 1 more. He'll be that hot as the heavyweight champ. So they need Triple G and they need Saul Alvarez. If they're pulling in good viewership, I don't see these two fighting each other. Look for Billy Joe Sanders to come in the mix. Look for Demetrius Andrade. They've got to look every other way before they match these two guys up and figure out what's going on with their heavyweight champ.
Hey, everybody. Check out FightNet Radio on the internet. Go to fightnetradio.com. Click on it. Scroll down. Go get yourself a shirt. I'm actually ordering up a shirt. I got to get you one too, but I'm ordering up a shirt so I can wear it while I'm actually doing the video, Andrew. That's nice. Glad that popped.
Very nice.
So go to fightnetradio.com, check out the merchandise store, find out a different way. You can find all the different platforms we broadcast on. You can also watch our video. We do unique content and video throughout the week. I actually have a 12th round video of Tyson Fury watching the 12th round and doing his own commentary for the 12th round that I'm getting ready to put up on the Facebook and YouTube page. So if you want to check that out, just click on the Facebook link or the YouTube link and you can watch those videos. Also, we're sponsored by LasVegasDiscount.com. All you got to do is type in LasVegasDiscount.net. Sorry, .net. I don't know .com. LasVegasDiscount.net. Next week, Las Vegas. You're going to head out there to go see Tyson Fury, of course, because he's the big drama show. He is big drama now, Andrew. Tyson now is big drama show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
At least for this week. And if you're heading out there and you want to stay all 3 days, we talked about this. I think the deal last week that we were pushing, might be Caesars this week. $2.25 for Caesars is pretty good. But if you can still get the win for $200 a night, and your goal is to get laid, I would recommend. It's gone up $13, Andrew, since last week. Whenever we shot the last show. If you're on a budget, here's what I find funny. If you're on a budget, go stay at, just so you're close to the fight. Oh, that's a great price.
Yeah,
that's
wow.
a today's special only. $1.25 to be at New York. New York puts you right across the street from the fight. That's a great deal, Andrew.
That's a great deal.
Great deal. 58% off. This is a huge deal. So go to LasVegasDiscount.net, book the New York. That'll put you right across the street. They're fighting at the MGM Grand. I feel like they're fighting at the Grand Garden. I feel that's where they're.
You should probably, if you're really doing commercials for these guys, you should probably tweet that one out. That is a great deal for people that are looking to go to Vegas here today. 58% off.
Actually, I'm working on a brand new sponsor, Andrew. You ready for who it might be? DAZN. We might be a sponsor of DAZN. Yes, I said it out loud. Which means I can't shit on Sergio Mora anymore when that one happens.
I guess not if they listen to the first half an hour to 45 minutes of the show, but yeah, okay.
Listen, Andrew, I studied for this fight. I want my grade now. All right, bro. You studied for the fight. Calm down. Tropicana's at 113, Andrew. That's a great deal, too.
It's good, but you're not as close, Lee. You're not as close as the New York.
Ooh. Oh, it's not. It's not the Tropicana. No, they're lying. Yeah, no, New York for $1.25 is the way to go. Yep. With all of that said, please go check it out. Go to the Fight Net Radio page, www.fightnetradio.com. We have some news for you to cover, and we are happy to talk about it. We will save the depressing news for last. Let's do the fun news first, Andrew. Would you like to do the fun news first? It's up to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right out of the gate, only because I know it's going to get a reaction out of Andrew. This coming to us from 2 days ago. Anthony, we're using TMZ Sports today because really regular boxing news was dull. But TMZ was just chock full of great stories that will make Andrew crazy. Anthony Joshua, no memory from round number 3 of the fight. I don't know why you would disclose this, right? So
I'm telling you.
TMZ's reporting Anthony Joshua had zero recollection of the disastrous 3rd round of his Andy Ruiz fight where he was pummeled and knocked down twice, according to his promoter, Eddie Hearn. Joshua was a massive favorite in that fight against Ruiz, but was stopped in the 7th round. Hearn sat down with DAZN and opened up about the fight and revealed that Joshua legit does not recall the 3rd round. Andrew, that would lead me to believe, I could be crazy here, that he's got some kind of concussion issue. Would that not be where you sit on this topic?
Concussion issue. Almost everything about this defeat has to do with some kind of head issue, right? He's either having a panic attack, he was knocked out already, and now they have this one. So I don't know what to say about it anymore. He's got 4 months to make this thing right, or like I said, he's just another contender in the heavyweight division. That's what they're dealing with here, and that's why I think everything else is going to be put on hold until they figure out who Anthony Joshua is. Is he Lennox Lewis or is he Frank Bruno? We will know.
Eddie Hearn's going to figure out how to squeeze $1 out of this no matter what, Andrew. That's what I know.
They needed $1 billion squeezed out of this, though. You got to remember that DAZN contract was signed to them because they thought they had the face of the heavyweight division, which they did. And for everyone that now all of a sudden AJ some bodybuilder who doesn't know how to box, come on, that's ridiculous. This kid not only was the gold medal winner, this man was not only the gold medal winner in 2012, he beat a legend of this sport in a great fight, a classic fight, one of the best heavyweight fights we've seen of this era, both men being dropped, and then him stopping Klitschko ultimately in the 11th round with the uppercut that was heard around the world. I believe the photo got the photographer photo of the year in boxing. He unified against the undefeated Joseph Parker. He beat 4 top 10 contenders. Like, stop it with all of a sudden, I told you the guy was a phony. He's not a phony. Glass jaw could be real, okay? Mental stability could be real. I don't know who Anthony is on that side, but as far as skill-wise, resume, he had it all. He had everything in this sport. He was the face. DAZN was correct in signing him when they did. Tyson Fury not being mentally stable at that time. Everyone knew he was retired. He was out. He was overweight, doing drugs. And then Deontay Wilder is with PBC. So that was the only way DAZN could go. Now they're at a crossroads of not knowing if they signed the right guy. We will see. And if it is Lee, it's all because of chin and mental. It has nothing to do with his skills. Sometimes we heard the great Emmanuel Stewart say it about Tommy Hearns. It was only a matter of time before everyone knew.
Ex-UFC owner Lorenzo Fertitta, for those of you who don't know, he cashed out and sold it for like $1 billion. Still connected with it, though, in some indirect way. He's also a casino owner, Andrew. Is getting to buy an NFL team. We were talking about this earlier. Fertitta said, I always wanted to do that. Right now, there are no opportunities. Andrew, we were talking about this before. This seems to be the front runner for buying your blessed Raiders.
Yes, it sort of does. Look, last year we had talked about this, Lee, when the Raiders were destroyed by the Niners in Santa Clara. The Fertitta brothers they had photos of the Fertitta brothers there talking to John York, the GM of the Niners. And right away, people started saying that it was possible the Fertitta brothers had already purchased stock ownership in the Raiders, and now we're working a deal with the Niners to get the Raiders to play there. Outside looking in, the only team they could probably go after is the Oakland Raiders. It makes the best sense for them, Lee. Look, when we talked about them possibly hooking up with Davis before, me and Lee told you guys about the UFC idea of the UFC throwing fights then at the brand new stadium, the I believe it's 62,000 seat venue stadium, domed stadium, meaning weather isn't an issue. You can put fights on there all year round. Then you have the rumors me and Lee brought up a few weeks ago. The PBC might be bought out by the same company that owns the UFC. And could you imagine if Spence and Garcia and hopefully Thurman, if he gets past Pacquiao, if all of them were now headliners of this new stadium in Las Vegas? It makes the perfect sense. Look, we all know Mark is having problems still financially with this stadium, keeping this project afloat. That is not a secret. We will see what happens here. These men are billionaires. These are the type of friends Mark Davis needs to get this project done. Will Mark Davis be a part of it when the doors open? Who knows? But these are the type of people he needs around him to get this thing completed.
There you go. Dana White. Dana White makes the news. There we go. Dana White makes the news. He says Brock Lesnar's done in the UFC. He made his decision, Andrew. Brock Lesnar's career in the UFC is over for good. So says Dana White. He told TMZ he's done. He's made his decision. Of course, White has previously said that he was hoping to book Brock for a super fight with Daniel Cormier, but the two sides just couldn't get it done. Now White says Lesnar has chosen to focus on the WWE, and Dana says he respects Brock's decision. I know he was looking into doing a new deal with Vince and stay with the WWE. You have to be all in on fighting, and if you're not, then you shouldn't fight. There is also a rumor that he took a drug test recently, just before he retired, which might have some bearing on all of this, Andrew.
might not have passed that test. Is that what you're saying, Lee?
I'm just saying that that there might be mitigating circumstances to all of this. So, Andrew,
yeah,
what do you think of losing out on the almighty Brock Lesnar for the UFC?
It sucks for Dana and the UFC. It's a great move for Brock Lesnar. Look, while both sports are very dangerous, look, going to the WWE and having someone write a script on a fight doesn't make that sport any less dangerous than boxing or the UFC, MMA. These guys are getting body slammed. They got spinal injuries. They got all kinds of aches and pains their whole career, heart conditions. So no. But what it does is prolong his career. See, in the UFC, you could have, 1, 2 more fights. If you don't win these fights, and Brock wasn't undefeated, right? He was beatable. Your career is a lot shorter than if Vince McMahon strings you out as a champion and an ex-champion for the next so many WrestleManias. Bigger checks, longer career in the professional sports. It's a good move for Brock.
There you go. Are you ready for our next story, Andrew? I'm prepping up for it. Come on. There we go.
Damn it.
Step away from the vehicle, Mr. Tarver. Put your hands in the air.
Antonio Tarver arrested and released after he cuts a deal in a battery case.
Let me wait. Pause. Lee, tell him right now that is never going to leave this show. What you just did right now is any of you boxers who mess up, Lee Honish is pulling you out the car the next day like that. Oh, that was classic, bro.
Get out of the vehicle, Mr. Tarver. Do you have a gun? He's got a gun. Get on the ground, sir.
I'm about to record my.
Don't kick him. The video.
Lee, you will have a video of 2 canines barking here in a minute. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna get my dogs barking at the fence the next time.
Had I had known that look, I knew that I had the siren effect in my back pocket, Andrew. So that's right, kids. Ex-boxing superstar Antonio Tarver. You probably remember him from the Rocky movies. For you younger kids. Was pretty pissed to be arrested in front of his neighbor's house after he allegedly socked his stepson in the mouth, telling cops, "That's ridiculous, man." It's all in the police video obtained by TMZ, which shows Tarver getting put into the back of a cop car after he and his 18-year-old stepson, that's an adult, that's not his son. Just stop using the word son. It's a dude who lives in the same house who's not paying rent.
No doubt. All right.
Azia Taylor got called into an altercation at Tarver's home in Florida as he was. Okay, so Tarver was banging a stripper who's got a son already. That's my guess. I'm just going out on a limb. This is Florida. Really, you think her 18-year-old son,
she might be a nurse. I don't know. She might have a good job.
Andrew.
She might work at IHOP. Think of Tiger Woods.
No, they don't have IHOP. What do they have? They have the Waffle House. She's a Waffle House worker. Oh, they do have the video.
Mr. Tarver, come out of the house with your hands up. Get your hands up. Mr. Tarver, please put your hands up.
You know what he's thinking right now? He's thinking he didn't want these
get
hands.
On the ground. He's dangerous. Have you got any weapons on you, Mr. Tarver?
Because the cops didn't handcuff him, the cops totally side with Tarver. They're like, yeah, you whooped his ass. He needed that.
An 18-year-old bitch who needed a punch in the mouth.
That's right.
Shouldn't he have hundreds on that roll? I mean, I don't want to say it, but he's living in a really laid back area, bro. I mean, it looks very Deontay Wilder neighborhood-ish.
Well, hopefully he's
Rocky money.
Well, he might be smart. Might be smart with his money. The grass looks green and it looks cut, so I'm happy with that, Lee. A lot of neighborhoods don't look.
Please put your hands behind your back.
They did. Damn it.
Oh, they gave him the 2 cuff. They gave him the 2 cuff deal, bro. They gave him the 2
cuff. That's when you're badass, bro.
2 cuffs is better than 1 cuff.
Hell
1 cuff
yeah.
is fucked up.
They don't like you when you're 1 cuffed, and they make it tight.
Please, Mr. Tarver, stand away from the vehicle. He's going for a gun. No, he's cuffed already, sir. He's going for a gun. Somebody shoot him.
Not good, not good. And
I could have sworn video of this shit. Andrew.
What I want to know is if this is the son that fights. But I thought his name was Tarver Jr.
Stepson.
Yeah, doesn't Tarver's son fight? I believe he has a kid that fights. Why didn't he just send him? Why? Boxers. Sometimes you just push them. All they know.
And I want to know about this bitch who called it. Like, was it I guess would be his wife, right? His wife called in, or this bitch called in that he hit in the mouth.
Stepson ran to
bro. You're 18.
He ran to the bedroom and called.
That's what he did. That's what I feel like he did. And this shit happened a year ago. Look at this date, Andrew. 2018. It's all over the police video obtained by TMZ, which shows Tarver getting into the back of a police cop car. 18-year-old stepson Azia Taylor got into an altercation at Tarver's Florida home last August. As we previously reported, Taylor told cops a dispute at a Waffle House.
I know. That's classic, bro.
Right?
I didn't even read it.
Visiting my mom. Now, what would be funnier here would be we were visiting my mom at the Waffle House. She works there. Earlier in the day, Tarver attacked him, socking him and throwing him in the garage. In the 911 call previously obtained by TMZ, you can hear the alleged scuffling break out, followed by the neighbor telling, "Fuck, Tarver, your life is just fucked."
Play it.
I don't think we can hear it. All right, hold on. I'm going to try. You're going to get my headphones. Come on. No, I don't want the commercial. Skip the commercial. Where did you go? Where's my 911 call? I got to get through the commercial. Hold on, Andrew. There it is.
I have an 18-year-old disobedient young adult that is escorted off my property.
I told him not the full address. You only gave me a numerical.
Don't plug your phone up in my house, man.
What is
Don't plug nothing up in my house. Don't plug none of my services. I already told you, man. Don't use none of my services. He's 18 years old. He got to get out of here. That's it.
But it's just a minute.
All right. That's enough. All right, Lee, that's good.
Was that good enough for you?
Yeah, that's good enough. That's not a good situation, but you were right. He wants him out the house. No more playing stepdaddy. You're 18.
Yeah.
You're out.
Bitch, I'm just fucking your mom. Get out.
Yeesh,
Tarver was ultimately, that's the truth.
But
you got an adult living with you while you're trying to bang the woman that gave you birth. I mean,
they want to run around the house naked. They don't want no 18-year-old there.
That's right. That's right.
It is. You know what it is.
Let me tell you what Andrew's dream at this moment is with 4 kids. They've all gone away. They've all gone away. It's just him running around with his naked wife and frolicking in their house that they built. It's the truth, right? That's like the dream of retirement.
Yep.
18-year-old Tarver was ultimately arrested for domestic battery. And as you can see from the video, dude was not happy to be put in cuffs. I don't know what y'all got to handcuff me for. All my neighbors out here, man, that's ridiculous. But Tarver, who was facing...
And that is true. That is true, Lee. He walked out to the car. There was no altercation.
He had a weapon.
They should have put it at least in the front. If you got to do it for show, they could have handcuffed the front. Just tell him sit in the car. I would say that was a little uncalled for too.
I love the fact that TMZ has to end the report with Antonio Tarver's not his boxing career, right? Tarver now listed at 6'2", 225, was a stud boxer
Back in the day, bro. How jacked up is this sentence? Back in the day,
Oh, we're
winning
old,
multiple
Lee.
belts and scoring an impressive win over the likes of Roy Jones. Antonio Tarver also starred as Moon the Lion Dixon in the 2006 Rocky Balboa movie.
He ended Roy Jones. He didn't just beat Roy Jones. He ended the baddest man on the planet's career.
You know how I found out about it? I was watching an NBA game. I wasn't watching that fight. And Charles Barkley was watching a monitor in the corner. And everybody,
I remember
this
that.
is exactly what they said. Hey, Charles, you going to talk about this? He's like, I'm watching Roy Jones get knocked the fuck out.
Yep. I remember that.
Exactly what he said. Great fight. Then I went back and watched it. All right, what else is going on in the wonderful world of TMZ? Andy Ruiz Jr. loosens up his belt on monster Mexican grub out with mariachis. This actually made our Facebook page, Andrew. But TMZ, of course, grabbed our video. The man is going full tilt, full fat guy. I mean, he's going Riddick Bowe fat guy here at this point.
Yeah, I know. I seen the plate. That was a big plate of a lot of grease, man. There was some deep fried shit going on there.
He is my new favorite person in the world. He's like, fuck it. I'm taking the whole town out, bro. The fact that there's video, like somebody standing there with a video camera shooting him and his family. Okay, first of all, everybody in the family, I'm just going to assess the video, Andrew. Everybody in the family's fat too. Maybe it's genetic.
How did I know that was coming? How did I know?
Look at that dude carrying
stop.
the baby. That's a fat dude.
They're all big boned, okay? That's a big family, all right? I don't know.
Is that his woman?
She's beautiful. That's a beautiful wife. Yes.
All right. I'm going to let you have that one, Andrew.
Andrew, there's a bunch of Mexicans in the restaurant. Get the guns out. Everybody on the ground.
Yeah. Will you stop?
What do you hear every day in El Centro?
Get on the ground, Mr. Ruiz. He's going for a gun. Just shoot him.
So stupid.
What did we learn from this video? I think the fact that they had this is a really shitty place too. Maybe it's got the best food ever.
I'm gonna say his family owns that restaurant and he just got them a great plug. That did not. Lee, okay. Did that look like the restaurant you pick when you made $4 million?
Dude, that's the restaurant I pick when I'm going home to Montebello to go eat, to be perfectly honest.
Or he knows the owner. I mean, what a great plug. What a great plug. I don't think they're like, man, I can't wait until I get home.
Let's see. Speaking of moms, happy birthday to Andy Ruiz's mother. Mrs. Ruiz, we're told that they're well out celebrating the 58th birthday. Okay, I guess.
Nice.
These are nice photos.
You see the Snickers ad? See the Snickers ad?
Yes.
Did they Photoshop?
You posted, Andrew. You posted.
Did they Photoshop? I know.
Not only, I don't know if this is a real photo. Let me tell you about this. Okay, so Andrew posted this, not Lee for a rarity, on our Facebook page. I've now seen people grab it from our page and repost it. But here's the crazy part of this, Andy Ruiz. Champions don't fight on an empty stomach. I think it's not real. There's no way they could have put it together that fast. There's just no way, Andrew.
Did they Photoshop them titties? I want to see the real photo of his stomach to see if they cut that stomach down, Lee.
So this was originally released by Boxing News Global, and Andrew reposted it on our site. Of all the shit we posted this past week, dude, this got all kinds of activity. I don't know why this photo, I'm telling you, this thing got posted, reposted, sent out. Everybody commented on it. I don't know why.
1,900 shares.
Yeah, it's crazy. 217 comments. Like, this thing just literally blew up. Like, it's just a ton of activity.
Lee, I'm going to send you what I believe is I'm going to send you a photo and you tell me if Snickers better not be fat shaming if this was them.
How can we fat shame a dude who got caught on a video eating at a Mexican restaurant, for God's sakes?
Well, if they were taking the photo and taking away his, natural look. Here it comes, Lee. You tell me if those are the same guys.
All right. Let me see if it's the same photo. Oh yeah, no, it's that photo, Andrew.
Now look at his.
And they definitely.
You see them Chi-Chis? Yeah, they did.
They cropped the titties. They cropped his tits.
Andy should be mad, man. What the fuck? He eats beans, rice, and tacos. He told you guys. Yeah, they said, why are you the biggest Mexican ever?
Not only does he eat beans, rice, and tacos, Andrew, we have video of him eating beans, rice, and
taco.
Like,
what
there's no shame in this video. Like the food at the table, like $100 at this place clearly will get you all the food you ever wanted.
Some deep fried shrimp. Yes, some 2 deep fried fish.
He's out of control.
It's a lot of deep fried everything going on. I sent Lee the picture, you guys. Lee got a clear shot of the platter that our heavyweight champion was taking down.
Dude, this looks like somebody's house almost.
Step away from the restaurant, Mr. Ruiz.
No, he's the man.
Hands on the ground.
He's the man.
That is racist shit. Yeah, I'm doing racist shit, Andrew.
I know. Leave that for if they get in trouble. Okay, you can't just.
He's autographing shit while he's eating. Do you see him signing a glove?
You get a greasy. Yeah, yes, he is. You get a greasy fingerprint with that. Why not? Why not?
Shake their hands. Hey, crew, here you go. Put a smile on it.
Smells like shrimp.
Actually, I'm going to say this. Andrew Ruiz's woman, she's tight.
Yeah.
His mom looks like his mom. And the mom looks like the mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got nothing to say. This is everything I grew up with, Andrew. This is a slice of East LA happening right here.
That's right. That's right.
This is Montebello 101. This is every restaurant in Montebello that I got.
He's Mexican American. That's right.
No, he's not, Andrew. He's Mexican.
Yes, he is. No, he's not.
You told us so on Friday. By the way, go check out the video. We did a whole thing on it. Andrew, by the way, thanks to LL Cool J.
Uh-oh. What did this guy say?
Ruiz Jr. deserves $50 million.
Please get on the ground, Mr. Cool J. Put your hands where I can see them.
He's not gonna listen, guys. Sorry.
I got a fucking good bullhorn now. Don't call it a comeback. Call it a payout. LL Cool J. Did they really write that? Did they?
Oh fuck! I thought you just said
to this,
that.
By the way, everybody who thinks this is just me just saying those lines, this is what TMZ wrote, and I quote: "Don't call it a comeback. Call it a payout." LL Cool J, because he did a song that's sort of about boxing, came out swinging for Andy Ruiz, saying that Andy Ruiz deserves to be paid $50 million. He said, and I quote, "He should get more than that. Got to get every dime you can, baby."
Damn, look at that shot.
I say that
what
any
a
whiter
great
than
photo.
I actually can. Cool J says people got to stop looking at Ruiz as a relatively unknown guy. He was, before he was shocked and upset the world in MSG. As LL put it, I hate it when they don't use his real name. He got the belts. Now this is the price.
Oh, good.
He added, why are we listening to this guy?
You're the one doing it. That's a nice picture, though.
Look, I don't even know why this is getting time, Andrew. This is the part that I find crazy.
You did
They
it.
stop him in the airport, and this is what they ask him. Not, hey, does Mark Harmon beat people on NCIS or whatever show he does, right? Which, by the way, hit the news. Like the girl who was in NCIS with Mark Harmon.
I've never even seen him at a fight. Have you? Have you ever seen LL Cool J at a fight?
He just said he did a song that's kind of about boxing.
He's in the video. He's wearing boxing gear.
Right. It's kind of about boxing. Kind of, right?
Ay. I've been to a lot of fights. Lee's been to a lot of fights.
This is like Ice Cube. Okay, and I said this during the Deontay Wilder fight, right? They really ran with the Ice Cube said Deontay won, therefore he won. Really? Because why? Because why? Because Ice Cube said so? Are you shitting me? At least LL Cool J has done a song that's kind of about boxing. Ice Cube has not. I would say, okay, would you agree with me or not? I would say LL Cool J is more of a boxing person than Ice Cube. Based on the song alone, bro. That's got to give him
based on the song alone, because really never seen either man at a ringside at a seat. I've seen Puffy, I've seen Jay-Z, I've seen Denzel, Nicholson, Leonardo. I mean, come on. When have they ever said Ice Cube or LL Cool? I seen Ice Cube at hella Raider games. That boy's at all the Raider. That man is at all the Raider games. But
maybe he's just a sports expert, Andrew.
Yeah. Listen, 15 million's a lot. You guys, the kid didn't make over $1 million before he made 4 million. So why are they going to jump up to 50?
Why don't they just buy El Centro and give it to him? That'll get it. And that's only like a $2 million purchase.
When it rains, it pours, but it doesn't, it doesn't flood like that. You don't go from 4 to 50. 4 to 15 is a great raise, correctly? That's you're making serious money. You went from 4 million to 15 million your next check. And believe me, if he wins that rematch, Deontay, he is your new $25 million, $30 million fight champion. Believe that. Not you, not Fury. I don't know. Fury's tied up with ESPN for what? 3 more fights? So he couldn't get his new contract for a while. Maybe Deontay gets a raise after the Ortiz, but the rumor is he's not making 20 million in that fight. So I don't know where he's definitely not going to be where Andy Ruiz is going to be if he knocks out Anthony Joshua here in 4 months.
Okay. That brings us to a story by our favorite guy to talk about on this show, Oscar De La Hoya. Canelo will KO Triple G the next time. Oscar is joining us and will give us his direct comments, but he did talk to TMZ this past week.
Hey. We'll make him wait, okay? We'll see. He's a B fighter right now. Canelo is the A fighter, Andrew. Okay? I said that, right? And I wasn't fucked up. I was on the golf course, and I was hitting golf balls for some kind of charity thing, but they paid me, okay? Oscar does not show up unless I get paid. Got it, bro? I think Canelo's actually going to knock him out this time, right?
Got anything on that?
It's duck season right now, so they can keep talking.
It's belt season, get it right. And
it's duck season for De La Hoya. No, that whole get a belt, maybe we'll fight you shit. Come on, stop it. So you at least
He's
want
the A
one
fighter
fight.
And the B fighter. I love that he does the whole A fighter, B fighter shit.
Yeah. These guys aren't fighting, and I think DAZN has something to do with that too, Lee. I really don't think they want their 2 superstars in the ring right now. We don't need Triple G's DAZN career to be a comeback, all right? He already had his comeback fight. Now you fight Saul again. Trust me, people, if it's the same scorecard, he's not winning that fight either. They're going to give it to Saul Alvarez again on a controversial decision, and he's going to have another comeback fight. That's not what DAZN bought him here for. Look at him to fight either Billy Joe Saunders or Demetrius Andrade. Try to win a title from. Try to win a title from them. Look for Canelo to go against the guy that Triple G doesn't take, or maybe he gets first pick. Who knows? But I also think Canelo has another Callum Smith opportunity he can go after. Are you going to go with De La Hoya? Is De La Hoya on? I'm watching you guys. I'm watching them.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Hey, who's the A fighter? Who's the A fighter?
It is Saul Alvarez.
That's right, eh?
That's right.
So he can do what he wants, bro.
Yeah.
Don't fuck around. Don't put this. This shit's on Triple G. He needs to get a fucking belt.
I know, because none of the fans think Triple G is one of the best. It's only because of the belt, Oscar, that we can sell those tickets. I'm telling you, bro,
he's going to get knocked out in the next fight.
Oh, and I totally agree with you. He's 37 years old,
then you better start talking like that, bitch, or I'm going to come up there and kill you.
He's 37 years old, and that's with him lying. So I believe you will be knocking him out in the next fight. Yes, sir.
For those of you who don't understand how truly inside a funny joke that is, Andrew had an altercation with Mr. De La Hoya some years ago that Oscar clearly doesn't remember, but the fact that I just keep bringing it up and keep doing this belligerent Oscar thing because Oscar's still mad at Andrew from how many years ago was it, Andrew? How old were you?
Yeah, I forgot what. Yeah, 21 probably.
Like he knew it.
Don't think I forgot, bitch. I saw you. I saw you. I see you. I know where you are. Fucking kill you.
I ended up giving them many ideas when they let me in. Finally.
If you had that picture right here, right now, Andrew, it would make me so happy.
I almost got Barrera Bobby Pacquiao made. Bobby Pacquiao almost got paid big time. Eric Gomez, De La Hoya both said Barrera accepted the fight. They took it to HBO. HBO wanted Bobby Pacquiao to do a warm-up fight before he got Barrera. I told him, why don't you put Manny in the corner, put Manny on ringside, have Barrera fucking mop the whole floor with Bobby. It'd be a great lead-in to Barrera Pacquiao too.
Bomb Squad is back in the news. Lucky us. He made the news about 3 days ago. Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua is a broken man. Ruiz will win the rematch. Yes, he came out a few weeks ago, and we really haven't discussed it, so let's just get it out of the way because I know we have Deontay fans who listen to the show. I am giving you your 3 seconds of Deontay bliss. Joshua, I think he's a broken man. Mentally, he's done. That's what Deontay said, saying Andy Ruiz didn't just beat Anthony Joshua in the ring. He crushed the man's soul. Really? Wilder touched down at LAX on Wednesday night and couldn't wait to go in on his heavyweight rival, explaining why Ruiz exposed AJ as a weak-minded fighter who couldn't hang with the best. When you perform that way as a champion, he gave up, he quit. Of course, Ruiz, a heavy underdog, beat the snot out of Joshua at Madison Square. They actually use that word, Andrew. Beat the snot. I want to write for TMZ. They let you write shit like beat the snot out of Anthony Joshua at Madison Square Garden on Saturday, taking all 4 of Joshua's championship belts in the process. Now, with reports that Joshua has exercised his rematch clause with Ruiz, Wilder thinks it won't actually happen because Anthony knows he'll lose. Oh, you're fucking high, bro. You are high as a kite if you don't think that rematch is happening. All right, Andrew. Give Deontay his due. He can have his 5 seconds right here, right now, and I don't want to discuss it again. So he's done. He's a weak-minded, broken man. He also did this is why he ran. Did I miss any of the Deontay quotes from the last 2 weeks so that I can get it over with?
No, and he has every right to say that. For the way that Anthony Joshua looked last Saturday, Deontay can say whatever he wants right now. Deontay is still undefeated. Deontay's been hurt. He's been in the ring with Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury and never gave up. And that Tyson Fury fight, he shows so much heart in the last 4 rounds. Lee, we talked about it. The last 4 rounds, he drops Fury twice, almost knocked him out in the 12th. So he can say whatever he wants right now. That's it, but you can't tell me that this rematch isn't happening. I'm sorry. It's a make or break moment right now for Anthony Joshua. His career cannot move forward unless he fights Andy Ruiz again for those titles. And you know that's what they're going to do, even if it means risking him losing again. It's a make or break moment.
All right, Andrew. Just because we have 3 Deontay Wilder fans, go ahead, say it.
Bomb Squad?
Yeah, and the other one.
No, that one's stupid though. Till this day,
come on, bro. Come on.
You say that one.
Say it.
I already did.
Come on.
I just did.
You did Bomb Squad. Now
and
say
I
the
said
other one.
till this day is stupid.
There we go. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear it.
I don't like
That's
that one.
just for our Deontay Wilder fans. Hey, look, we need to be fair and impartial, Andrew.
No, I know. I listen, I just don't like him trying to make money. I knew what he was saying when he said it, and it was a great, we know why he said it. That's awesome. If that's what he believes, good for him. Let's not make shirts of it and act like this is what the drive is every day I wake up. Stop. That was he's going too far with that one. Let's go, because I gotta get out of here in 5 minutes.
Story. Yes, we'll get you out now. It's a 2-hour show. Sean Porter challenges Errol Spence Jr. This happened on the 4th on TMZ, and I like the fact that they're running with it. Errol Spence Jr. Is living in some kind of fantasy land. Like, what is up with the Errol Spence, Sean Porter? Everybody wants Errol Spence.
Yeah, no one cares about this fight. This is Al Heyman. Al Heyman must have done something with the TMZ, Lee. He's got some music connection here that has got him from the entertainment side connected to boxing. But TMZ does not give a shit about Spence Porter. None of their viewers do. This is totally bought time. I wouldn't be surprised if Heyman is buying this time off of TMZ to try to get his fighters more fans in the TMZ world. But no, fight's not that big. Sean Porter's not that big. Lee's lost so many of his big fights. This is just ridiculous. I don't even know how this got on TMZ. Look at the guy's face.
It's exclusive, Andrew.
The guy on top doesn't even look interested in what's going on here. I bet you he doesn't even know who these guys are.
Mr. Porter, get on the ground. Oh, get on the ground, Mr. Porter.
No, Porter's actually a good guy. You can't. That's what I mean. It doesn't work unless they're arrested. He's a good guy. Yeah, actually, before he started wearing all these.
Answer the question. Where is Mr. Heyman?
And before he started acting like a PBC character, he was a real good guy. And now I know their little angle. They like to be the bad guys, so everyone wants to see him lose.
No, and I had said this about Keith Thurman from the very first fight that was televised. I thought he was different than Adrian Broner. They all get sucked in, man. You give them some money, they change.
Well, and because they're constantly told that that's going to make them more money than if they're the good guy. Look at, you've had Danny Jacobs came out and basically told everyone the African American, the black community doesn't back him because he won't act a certain way. I mean, is it real? I don't know. Sometimes, Lee, when these guys act a certain way, you see people call them Uncle Tom's, or you know what I mean? They're not being real, or from the street. So who knows? Maybe these guys get told that so much, and they see what happens to other guys that don't act a certain way. They get sucked in. You know, I don't know, but yes, you are correct. Keith Thurman, before all of that, it seemed like he was different. And I also say Spence. Spence, you know, his father kept him out of Las Vegas in the beginning of his career because he didn't want him hanging around with that atmosphere and getting away from what they were building there. And now look at Spence puts out many videos where he's saying obnoxious things during fights. It almost looks like everyone's drunk. You know, they're just what it is. But yeah, you are correct.
Andrew, what have I been saying?
What's that? Something racist, I think, is coming, Bob.
What did I say?
What? See, I don't know. Say it.
Nobody wants to make the fight with the whitey.
Oh, shit. I knew it.
By the way, I'm not making that up just for a racially motivated moment. That's a fact. Bob said it, and nobody else in the media wanted to run with it. And I'm clearly never going to let Bob off the hook for letting that story go out. Like, fuck all of you guys who do media. Like, seriously, you guys don't run with any story that's even halfway interesting. Like, oh, Bob made a crazy comment. Give him some soup and we'll forget about it. That includes you, Mr. Rayfield.
I want a cheeseburger.
Okay.
Still fat.
Sad news of the day, Lee.
All right, we're going to end right here. We don't have an update on this particular story, but we'll talk about it. For some reason, Zab Judah is still fighting. We don't actually know why, but Zab Judah had a fight last night that I was completely unaware of in Verona, New York, and he fought a dude named Cletus. And I'm going to say this for the record, and it's not one of my family members named Cletus. I have a Skeeter in my family, Andrew. I might actually have a Cletus in my family. That's not me being shitty. Cletus entered the 11th round of the prize fight, and very likely the last time for Zab Judah. Sensing his opponent was wearing down, Cletus, I'm going to keep saying his name, Cletus pressed the attack in the 11th round, in their fight. Oh, it was Friday night at Turning Stone Casino. Cletus, known as the Hebrew Hammer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's fought
Unleashed,
many times.
He unleashed a stream of powerful punches that left referee Chris Fitch little choice but to stop the fight. I was very proud to go into the 11th, said Cletus, who is from Shirley. I was waiting for the opportunity to take over, blah, 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 blah. Well, shortly after the fight, Andrew, it was reported that Zab had a bleeder, right?
He went to the hospital, and yes, after tests, they found out his brain is bleeding. Now, 2 guys were hurt seriously in this fight card, which is now probably going to be looked at by the commission. But there was 2 guys. Now I don't think Judah's in a coma, but the other fella is. So bad night.
That by all accounts is fine. He's just got bleeding in the brain, so they've just got to stop that. But
they got to stop fighting.
His career. Yeah. That's officially his career.
That's right. That's Rocky Balboa shit right there.
Yeah, you're done.
Yep.
So thoughts and prayers go out to Zab Judah. For those of you that pray to the boxing gods or whatever gods you pray to, think a positive thing. Zab Judah has given us tons of entertainment in the ring. What would you say is, since this is the end of Zab Judah's career, what is your Zab Judah snapshot?
Knocking out Corey Spinks in the rematch, dancing when he did it. Yeah, Corey Spinks was, I believe, dancing in the first fight all the way to the ring, beats Zab Judah in one of the upsets of the year, and Zab comes back, hits him, hurts him bad, and starts dancing before he knocks his ass out.
What do you think my snapshot of Zab Judah is?
What is it?
Come on, you can do it. It's not even that hard.
Oh, Katsuya Zoo. Come on now.
Come on now.
Yes, I knew that one. Sorry, Lee.
Go to fightnetradio.com, sign up, sign in, find a way to listen to our show, find a video that you guys like. Andrew and I will be back midweek to talk about Tyson Fury and to get you guys ready for that fight. As always, my name is Lee Honish. That dude over there is named Andrew Labouche. Follow us both on social media. Please use our sponsors. We truly appreciate it. And we actually appreciate all of you for listening to the show.